Welcome to the Miami Grand Prix. We'll be doing a two-stopper as usual, but we'll be running a little less attack, a little bit more aggressive. We'll be starting on the hards, which might be a weird choice, but we'll be pushing the hards as far as we can, and then we'll be running two stints on the mediums, running just aggressive, and we'll see how that goes. Now, of course, I have completely forgotten to set up my drivers, as tradition, is. But there we are. We're gonna go ahead and start the Miami Grand Prix.
The drivers there lined up. One of the newest races in F1, and hopefully one of the most exciting too. It's the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Looks like even with the hard tires, we had a decent start, which is very good to see. We already are gaining the gap that we like to see. So with that in mind, we're going to allow them to burn a little bit more ERS here towards the first couple of corners, and then we can go neutral here. We'll also allow them to burn a bit more fuel, and then we should be off free here. Very good. A very good start to the race. And we'll probably see over the next couple of races a bit less domination from us, because we are once again switching over to research focus. And that should balance things a little bit more out. Okie dokie, that's not what we like to see. So Piastri deleted his car. It's the best way I can describe what just happened. It's a good, this could actually be a pretty good screenshot though. F1 manager and then the car into the wall. So we're gonna have to see how badly did Piastri wreck his car. Front wing is gone, but he has minor damage on the chassis, so we're gonna call him into the pits here. He's a bit far off of his pit window, as you can see, so I don't know what we're gonna do here in terms of the tires. Can we make something work here? We're going to need a new strategy. We're going to be pitting immediately. And as you can see here, even if we go conservative on the mediums, we can just barely make that work. So it's going to cost us a lot of race pace. But I think we are going to have to try this. It's either this or we do this and go... I think we might do that for the sake of being funny. Do this. And then go... We don't have 3 sets of mediums, do we? Because the softs degrade so quickly here. I think we do this. This could work. Let's create strategy B. And let's go into the pit window view. And we could go back on the hards or just tell them to not switch them, I guess. Okay, if we do this, will he just not switch the tires? Because that might actually be more effective for us. It's either that or we do the, another two-stopper. I guess we'll go the mediums and then we'll just have to make the best out of it. In theory here, staying on the hards is probably the best choice we have. But we'll go on a set of the mediums and then we'll consider how things are looking after the end. We'll see if we can make this work.
Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here. And there we see the crash.
A bit unlucky there from Piastri, but it happens. It took us quite a while though to get a damage. I should probably also, while I'm at it, have a look at 8 seconds. Pretty good. Yeah, I know you crashed. Let's tune it down to aggressive. I do want to have a quick look here on his engine and gearbox. It looks like it didn't take any significant damage, especially if we compare it to UNs here. It did take some. 5% on both pieces, 3% on the ERS, if they have been running equal, which they have so far. So it's a slight amount of damage, but it's not something completely horrible. Now I'm going to be curious here to if Piastri can or rather how quickly Piastri makes his way back up. And that'll be interesting to see. Up into 11th, very good. I know we have already switched the front wing. We are good. Up to 10th, 9th, making moves. So I don't think we need to worry about Piastri. He'll probably come second. We will have to conserve a bit of fuel here on Duhan though. So gonna be interesting for sure. In terms of his tires, again, we might have to conserve the second set of mediums. Might have to even go back on the hards if we just can't make that work. So up into 7th, overtakes Perez. Very good. Up into 6th.
Just gained by Williams.
So I think currently we could do a like both cars from last to first challenge pretty easily, all things considered. Which we actually might try in one of these races just for fun. Piastri up into 5th, very dominating performance from him so far. And I assume he should be able to overtake, Verstappen and Leclerc, Hamilton in short order here thanks to the DRS train. We just have that much of an advantage when it comes to being able to do cornering and general top speed too. So Duhan is going to pit this next lap here, and 2.4, good pit stop. We are going to have to tune down his aggressiveness. As you can see there, he spent a lot more on his tires than we expected, so I think we're going to just play it safe and we're going to go standard. We don't need to, you know, play games here, and actually we're going to go standard on this stint too to try and just extend it so we can get to that medium, and we might just have to conserve the softs as well. So as you can see, tire wear Miami pretty significant. We are going to pit you here. Yeah, you are correct. Let's get him onto that other medium and we should be fine. Now, Duhan does have a small problem here with fuel, but for now I think it's okay. We can allow him to burn a bit more fuel until around lap 40, I'm guessing. Piastri still came out second, 10 seconds ahead of Verstappen, which is, again, a very dominant performance. Still gaining. Duhan is still gaining on Verstappen and Hamilton, so we might have over-engineered our car.
Low fuel, so be mindful of that.
Yeah. It's a bit early, but let's just get it done.
Increase, lift and coast.
Copy.
That could also actually be a fun thing to test. Like if we run a race on just standard everything and see how much of an advantage that would give us compared to the attack races. Which I think this season we're going to have a lot more interesting races because I'll be trying things out like last to first, for instance. Crash on track. No safety car. So we're good. But who crashed? Let me know. Russell.
Let's take a closer look. Now let's look at
Did he do a
Here's George
Piastri?
Russell.
Yep,
That
the
crash-
same one. That is a typical crash on this track, to be honest. Now, as you can see here, we actually have a lot of the mediums left, so let's burn it a bit more. Oh, we also have a safety car. So, Duhan is not collected so far, so we can pit him here, which is what we'll do. No reason not to. And sadly, we can't pit Piastri, even if we wanted to. So, is that a safety car for Russell? No, Tsunoda did something. 2.4, good stop. And
Sounds like there's been a crash.
let's see what happened here.
See
Turn
what
1.
happened there. Now just focus on the Haas. There's the crash.
Proper hit. We have Duhan pitted. He is currently collected by the safety car. We also have another car collected behind him, which seems to be a Alpha. It's Schumacher. So let's speed things along here. The safety car too will also help us save fuel. So it's a good situation, but unlapping needs to become a thing here. It'll make the races a lot better. So with that in mind, let's just go back to balanced fuel use, and we'll allow this race to run its course.
Safety car in this lap, so just prepare for restart.
I wonder if we can... We're actually going to test this now. See, okay, Duhan got an amazing gap there to the lap cars. The fact that he has lap cars between him and the safety car is really working out to his advantage here. We're going to wait a little bit before we go on the soft here, just to be safe. He locked up. Did he wreck something more? He minus damaged his front wing. Okay. That will be... not great, not terrible. We're going to burn these tires to the ground. We're going to go attack, and we're going to see if we can get something working here, because we are going to have to pit Piastri again.
Now we see the Williams here.
How much damage did the front wing take?
Dear me, they won't have been expecting.
I can't actually see how much visual damage it took. Looks like we lost an end plate, but other than that, it looks fine. So let's gamble on not needing to switch that front wing. I think that should be okay. Let's go overtake. Get ourselves past some of these cars in front of us. Oh. What happened there? Honestly, let's just go neutral until we are out of this this tire set. So we'll be pitting Piastri now onto the softs, and those softs will be quickly burnt to the ground.
DRS enabled.
There's not much we can do about that. Piastri probably won't finish in the points, sadly. Down into 16th. 8 laps to go. Soft tires that we might not be able to make last to the end. Maybe I should have just also gotten his wing fixed. Probably would have been worth it. Now, let's quickly go for a prognosis here. Like, if we run these softs as hard as we can, they should survive. Okay. We will be pushing these softs. They will overheat, so they will take some more damage, but according to the game, they will survive. So let's see here if Piastri can now make up some spaces, and if we need to, we'll have to just tune down the tires later on. Yellow there, competitor crash. Up into 14th.
We've just had a crash on the track.
Magnussen has had a little bit of touching. So up into 13th, 4 laps to go. It's in a track up to 10th potentially for points. Okay, that's him done, I think. Yeah, thermal damage to both chassis and front wing. I think we are just gonna retire our man here. He's not had a good day. His ERS has been beaten up, his engine has been beaten up, his gearbox has been beaten up. Let's see here if he can... No, he's just straight up out. Which means this race might actually end under a safety car. So, let's just leave things as they are. Should be okay.
Sounds like a single car.
Let's have a look what happened again.
Williams here. Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That.
I agree. He almost involved someone else too. That's the scary part. So let's see it. Will this end under a safety car? I'm guessing yes. Looks like it.
We'll retire the car.
Copy.
Safety car in this lap.
Copy.
That's the
But
flag.
judging by this, Piastri still got fastest lap. Wonder if he gets points for it though. Duhan wins. Takes quite a bit of a big charge here. Stroll in the Alpha Tauri managed to get 5th. That's quite impressive. Mercedes in 6th. Red Bulls, almost both of them out of the points. That's going to be a bit rough. Piastri did not get a point for the fastest lap, sadly. But all in all, a good race still. Duhan now has a decent lead. And Ferrari and Mercedes both overtake Red Bull. McLaren, AlphaTauri, and Alpine, 1 point separating them. Haas and Aston Martin will probably be fighting for 9th. So, looks interesting for sure. thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.